Talk with Russ Hess. Hey, it's been a while since I've released a video, and so I do apologize about that. Not to worry though, the channel is going on, it's all good. It just has been a little while. I've had a lot of things going on, moving into a new place. I moved in from an apartment into a home, and so that's a lot of work involved in making that happen. So it's all good, very good progress. So that's what I kind of wanted to talk to you about today. I said that I wanted to kind of reevaluate. It's kind of been 6 months since the last time that we have done the evaluation, kind of seen where we're at financially. Kicked this off in December of last year, as a matter of fact. And there it was, what is the game plan? Where are we heading? What is, where am I heading? What am I doing? How am I going to get there? And kind of get an adjusted game plan now that we're 6 months into it, and some things have changed. So, and all for the better. So, did want to reflect to you what's going on. So, I've told you that I've gotten down to the credit cards. I've had 4 credit cards. Well, I have a 5th credit card that I'm working on right now. I'm going to have to change the game plan a little bit. I'm going to have to slow up a little bit. I've got some increased expenses, and that is due to the new home. So I just wanted to reflect that. With that all said, the debt that I've been able to clear up between the what I owe and what income that I make with the first and second job puts me with a discretional income right about $400, a little bit over $400. So I wanted to let you know, out of that, I do plan on having a savings. Some of that's going to savings, and some of that obviously is going to be used to pay down some debt. Now that's maintaining all the debt that I currently have, as well as paying down that 5th credit card. And that 5th credit card is kind of a large one, so I decided, instead of focusing in on some of the loans that I had talked about earlier, I've decided we'll go for that credit card. A little bit different strategy. The idea there is that I want to pay that down. It'll actually lower my utilization on the credit card, which actually may increase the credit score. Not that I'm too big on increasing the credit score, but it may have a significant impact moving forward. Now, with all that said, there's about $10,000 still left on that credit card that I do need to try to clear up. And that is going to be kind of audacious, seeing how I'm needing to slow down a little bit because an increased amount of expenses due to renting the new home. So it's all doable. It's all going to be workable, but I just wanted to reflect that, kind of let you know where it is that I'm at and what it is that I am attempting to do. Now, taking a look at that, there are a significant amount of risks moving forward, and I wanted to address those as well. Obviously, moving forward, I have dwindled down a significant portion of my emergency fund. I still have one, still keeping that up. It's still, good. It's just not where I'd like to be exactly. So I want to try to build that up. It's going to be a little slower process, obviously, with an increased expense, as well as trying to move forward on kind of clearing some of that debt as fast as I possibly can. The other situation is that I do have some dental and health issues that they're not bad, but they're just ones that I need to address. They are going to come up over the next few months, and I am waiting till September when insurance actually changes a little bit to go ahead and address those issues. I just wanted to reflect that. I didn't want to overstate or understate my situation or position. Thirdly, I think My concern is on another risk is, other folks that are on the lease with me for the house. I just want to make sure that they're healthy and they maintain this, so there's a risk factor there with the health concerns as well. So another concern that I have as far as the risks are concerned are I have an aged vehicle with a lot of miles on it, and obviously using that to help out on the second job. So that is another concern. It's a single source of failure if it were to be a problem. It would be a consideration. I think I could bounce back from it, but obviously if there's any preventative maintenance that I can do, that will be the primary objective, doing preventative maintenance. And yes, there are a few things that can be done, a few parts that need to be replaced and should put me in a better shape, but that doesn't guarantee. It just means that particular issue will not be something that I have to focus in on. Some parts, and obviously doing the preventative maintenance, oil changes, and these kind of things will be very beneficial, obviously. So another thing is obviously paying down things slower. That's going to change my mode of operations here. I've been very rapid about trying to pay down some debt, and so just wanted to express that becomes a little bit of a risk on the pay down. Now, I did want to also set opportunities. What opportunities do I have at this point? Well, the opportunity that I'm currently enjoying is the fact that I am enjoying a very nice living situation, better living quarters, and that really helps relieve quite a bit of stress. That is going to be more peaceful, more elegant than what I've experienced in the past, and so I just wanted to reflect that the bottom line on that is just going to be a little less stressful. Obviously going to have to increase some expenses there, but that's nothing that I can't look into or work past. Another thing is going to have to adjust to the expenses. Obviously, increase of expenses. Interesting thing about that is, and I've heard this, and I don't know exactly how to express it, but somebody has an increase in the expenses, and they find a way to make it work. I've heard a few authors talk about this, but I don't know how to exactly put my finger on it. You simply become resourceful enough to find a way to make it work if it's something that is important to you. And this is the case, quite a bit the case of finding a better living situation and actually working into that. So, you just find a better way to make that happen. You step into the financial responsibility and make that work. So that's part of the opportunity. Now, how do you do that? Well, it's a good question. What can I cut costs on? What opportunities? How can I increase my income? These are all questions you should be asking anyway, and that I will be asking of myself. So it's a matter of just being more frugal with my time and my resources, as well as being more aggressive about finding a way to increase or build up my income, and definitely also build up savings. So I think another aspect of this is breaking the traditional thought, or breaking the status quo, so to speak. You get comfortable with the financial position you're making and you're moving forward. But does that mean that it's always the right one? Well, it's an adjustment. So you can make an adjustment anywhere along the way, and you should be good. So in this process, something else I wanted to talk to you about is, it's just a lot of time added into this. There's a lot of things, a lot of places where I need to be and need to go, and it's go all the time. So time management is crucial to me. One of the things that I've been able to do to overcome that to the best of my ability is to schedule as best as I can everything that I possibly can, write down the objectives, make sure I'm checking those and marking those off as best as I can, moving forward, and not getting too upset when I, maybe not meet all the objectives for the day. The other part of that is to delegate what can be delegated to other people or to services, what have you, that can take care of the, other issues that I need to have done. I think the key there is to not necessarily, minimize your expectations. I'm certainly having to do that in my case, minimize my expectations about what can be delegated to the point, is it all that important that it needs to be done? Or is it something that, can I set a priority on and maybe do it later myself? You definitely don't want to get into the point where you're having to pay somebody excessive amount of money in order to get things done for you when there might be a vested interest between the two people that are actually doing that to make that, in other words, barter some way to make that happen if necessary or if possible. Somehow or another, make it happen, make it work, be resourceful. Another thing you're seeing right now, I'm using this headphone. Actually, it's not. It is a headphone, and it's a headphone, microphone, iPhone earbud. I actually, off of one of my previous videos, I lost my microphone. So I'm going to have to replace that. But in lieu of everything that's been going on, I have elected not to. It's a reasonably substantial cost. It's right around $75 to replace that, and so I've elected not to do anything with that. We're going to get by with a little bit. We're going to probably hear a little bit of wind noise, so I apologize for that. But what we're going to do is replace that eventually, probably in the next few weeks. You need to clear some debt before we move forward on that. I've incurred a little bit of debt in order to secure some moving trucks and a few odds and ends. Had to get some lawn equipment to mow a lawn. I haven't had to mow a lawn in a while, so that's but I really thoroughly enjoyed the new house and really been excited about where we are moving forward, where I am moving forward, and the peace and the amount of enjoyable time, even as little as what I have available to me, is just been a blessing. So moving forward, I think that's going to be very, very beneficial. Anyway, so I just wanted to reach out to you and let you know that I am moving forward. The channel is moving forward. We are in process of doing all that's necessary to make the house a home. So until next time, you have a great day, and we'll see you on the next video.